Sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over yonder, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home, a band of angels, they coming towards me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Minister of Health and Wellness introducing cannabis legislation with the nation's leader support. An adult male remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correction for an array of charges. And a youth activist calls for the age of sexual consent to be revisited. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Beyond its health benefit, medical cannabis will establish a well-regulated cannabis industry and bring significant economic opportunities for Bahamians.
The Davis administration is introducing a comprehensive cannabis legislation. Good evening, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Thank you for tuning in. The Minister of Health and Wellness says the proposed bills aim to establish a regulated medical cannabis industry, decriminalize cannabis for medical and religious use, and expunge records for small quantities. Shane Stubbs joins us live in studio with the details. Shane?
That's right, Jolanda. The Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honourable Michael Darville, tabling the Cannabis Bill 2024 in the House of Assembly early Monday morning, assuring that the bill will not only provide advanced medical care for residents battling illnesses, but the potential passing of that bill could lead to a thriving industry.
Beyond its health benefit, medical cannabis will establish a well-regulated cannabis industry and bring significant economic opportunities for Bahamians.
The bill details that all citizens and legal entities applying for a license to handle the narcotic meet the age requirement of 25 years or older, while outlining the responsibilities of the licensees. With this in mind, the minister says it's a priority to ensure that economic gain for Bahamians is well within reach.
Licenses for cultivation, retail, transport will be reserved for 100% Bahamian-owned. This ensures that the economic gain from this industry and our green economy will stay in our borders. The analytical, manufacturing, research licenses can also be 100% Bahamian-owned.
Following a widespread consultative process with the various stakeholders and driven by a transformative agenda for healthcare in the country, the health minister says he believes the compendium of bills is sound and comprehensive enough to drive the health industry forward.
The medical evidence is clear that cannabis is one of these essential treatments that should be added to our pharmacopoeia. It should become locally available, and we should train medical professionals and pharmacists specifically for the use of this form of therapy through the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
And there's a strong emphasis on public education outlined in the legislation.
These campaigns will provide accurate information and display myths and misconception about medical cannabis. Continuous research and data collection will be conducted by my ministry and the Cannabis Authority to monitor the impact of medical cannabis program in the Bahamas.
The health minister making it very clear that it's not just about legalizing a substance, but instead providing a much-needed avenue in providing advanced health care for the citizens of the Bahamas.
By supporting this compendium of bills, we are taking the significant step towards improving the quality of life of many Bahamians suffering from real debilitating medical conditions and foster economic resilience.
Well, the health minister also says the ministry is committed to a continuous monitoring and evaluation of this new healthcare initiative to ensure it meets the current needs of citizens. And while the potential passing of this bill has historic implications, the health minister reminds residents that a quality way of life begins with better lifestyle choices. Live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Shane. The nation's leader taking a decisive stance in support of the Cannabis Bill 2024 during the session in the House of Assembly. The Prime Minister announcing that the long wait is finally over for individuals who have been seeking the legal right to consume medical cannabis and use it for religious purposes. This legislation aims to aid those with medical conditions and support the advancement of religious beliefs.
There are people with children suffering from epilepsy who have been praying for this moment. There are people with glaucoma who want the opportunity to potentially alleviate their condition with a cost-effective and natural treatment. There are people living with autoimmune conditions, chronic pain like lupus, anxiety, depression, heartaches, and other ailments who are waiting not so patiently for this day.
The Prime Minister emphasized the government's commitment to addressing the issues faced by many citizens with criminal records due to possession of small amounts of cannabis and highlighted the bill's provision for decriminalization.
Through these reforms, we are upholding the rule of law, making it clear that if you are seeking to supply others with cannabis illegally or engage in other unlicensed and illegal activities, you will be held accountable. Everyone is welcome to participate within the legal and regulatory framework and only within that framework. Of course, as part of this reform process, we are also taking action to recognize the rights and freedoms of the Rastafarians to use cannabis as a sacrament, because it should not be against the law for our brothers and sisters of the Rastafarian faith to practice their religion.
In news from the crime beat, police in Grand Bahama seized a large quantity of suspected marijuana on Friday, June 12, 2024, around 7:30 p.m. along Explorers Way. According to reports, Drug Enforcement Unit officers were on mobile patrol when they observed a Japanese vehicle leaving a bushy area that leads to a service road. After checking that area, they discovered a large quantity of suspected marijuana. No arrests were made in connection with this incident. The drugs weighed an estimated 68.5 pounds with an estimated street value of $68,500. Investigations are ongoing. A male appearing before the magistrate's court today in connection to a viral video involving a teenage girl and an adult male engaging in sexual intercourse. The Royal Bahamas Police Force responding swiftly to the concerning incident, leading to the arrest of 2 individuals aged 41 and 43. Among them, the 41-year-old Edwin Bald appeared before Senior Magistrate LaQuay Lang today to face serious charges. Bald stands accused of 1 count, each receiving, disseminating, or distributing pornographic material, causing or inciting a child to be involved in pornography, and conspiracy to commit extortion. Following his appearance, Ball was remanded to the Department of Corrections until September 26, 2024. The case is set to be referred to the Supreme Court, with bail proceedings expected to follow shortly thereafter. Following the disturbing video circulating online displaying a teenage girl and an adult male engaging in sexual acts, a youth activist is responding, citing why he believes the age of consent should be higher than 16 years old. Shalia Roll reports.
A video circulating on social media involving a female teenager and an adult male engaging in sexual intercourse has left concerned citizens in shambles. The disturbing footage sparking widespread conversation on the age of consent in the Bahamas. Dudley Said, president of Reach Out Youth Organization and a prominent youth activist, asserts that age of consent needs to be increased to better protect young people.
The government needs to seriously look at it, to be amended. It's very rare a 16-year-old live by themselves and can take care of themselves. So I think the government needs to look into it and try and amend the law. Let it be 18 or 21 that you can have consent.
While social media offers numerous positive benefits, its misuse can lead to significant harm. The youth activist warns that social media has become a major problem for youth, contributing to various issues, including exposure to inappropriate content.
What happens is when they think they send, say, a video or voice note to one person, that person shared to another person. So I think we need to educate young people when they're making bad decisions on social media. You're making a bad decision for the whole world to see.
Said leaves this message for young women.
They have to understand the value of their body. And I think that's the message that we need to spread in the country, to let the ladies know they are valuable, you are precious.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
When we come back, the Little Miss Glitz Bahamas Beauty Pageant makes its return. We'll tell you more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Hands Across Grand Bahama presents its 19th annual prayer walk under the theme Praying for the Supernatural Move for Missing Persons. August 3rd at 6 a.m. Walk starts from the corner of AID to the International Bazaar. The prayer of the righteous availeth much. This event is hosted by Evangelist Elmore Smith.
Get ready for the Bottle in the Bahamas karaoke contest at Port Lacaya Market Square. Preliminary trials are July 19th at 7 p.m. and the main event is July 26th at 7:30 p.m. For more information, call 438-9056.
Gombe Land features AVS Catering, attention clubs, sports group, and birthday party planners. Come and celebrate with us. Our group rates are as low as $70 per child, including skates and food.
Craving something delicious? Try a handcrafted crepe at Shape Your Crepe. Visit us online at www.shapeyourcrepe.com or call 688-4273 to order now.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
After After a 7-year hiatus, the Little Miss Glitz Bahamas Beauty Pageant has made a spectacular return, showcasing the grace and talent of young contestants from across the country. 8 young hopefuls vied for the coveted crown, but it was Little Miss Skylar Pyfrom representing Miss Pearl who stole the show and captured the title. Aja Quant has the details.
Hello, my name is Skylar Ariana Pyfrom, your new Little Miss Glitz 2024, and I'm a 9-year-old going into the 4th grade.
Poised with grace and style, Skylar Pyfrom captures the 2024 Little Miss Glitz Bahamas crown. The beauty pageant making a triumphant return after a 7-year hiatus. Pageant coordinator Kriana Roll shares the challenges and joys of reviving this event, noting of her strive to create an atmosphere where the contestants build bonds and memories.
My pageant experience is one that I still remember, so I try to create memories for the girls.
Leading up to the pageant night, the young participants engaged in a series of activities, taking part in community service projects, enjoying bonding sessions, and even participating in a lively motorcade. But it was the night of that Roll describes as magical.
The pageant night was definitely magical. The ambiance, the lighting, the aura of the room was one to remember. It was a night filled with elegance and grace, talent, and I'm definitely impressed with the result.
The grand event culminating with 8 contestants representing different gems vying for the crown. But it was Little Miss Skylar Pyfrom representing Miss Pearl who emerged victorious.
That whole night was amazing. I felt like I was the only one on that stage.
Aspiring to be both a lawyer and a queen, Pyfrom expresses her hopes of becoming a role model for many other young girls.
I'm that girl who wants to wear that crown. I'm that girl who's going to encourage other little girls to do their best. I'm that girl who's going to encourage other little girls to join pageants like this.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Here's the story of a rising star with a story to tell. Despite battling with depression and anxiety, this talented young author and actor is excelling in school and making his mark in the literary world. Raven Davis has his story.
On the outside, I have all these achievements and success, but on the inside, no one knows what I am really going through.
15-year-old Taquan Lightbourne is not your average teen. On the outside, he's a budding author and actor, radiating promise and potential. But on the inside, the forces of his emerging talent clash with the shadows of depression.
Sometimes it would just happen out of nowhere where my whole mood changes and a lot of my friends and family notice.
Despite this, he excels in academics.
I have been selected as senior prefect. I came 2nd place in the spelling bee. They asked me to participate in national arts. They asked me to participate in the Road to 50 speech competition, where I came 3rd place in with cash prize.
Now, Taquan is penning a book titled The Mind of a Teenager, which chronicles his own battles with mental health in an effort to uplift others.
The whole outcome is that I'm trying to tell teenagers that they don't have to be afraid of telling their feelings to someone, because you're not the only one suffering those battles in silence. I still have some, positive stuff in there, because I actually want to try uplift adults as well.
He says that many doors are opening for him. Recently, he found a knack for acting and is actively auditioning for and landing acting roles.
In April of this year, I have done the stage play, No Bullies Allowed, which is written and directed by Michaela Bain. This book also gave me opportunities where I have did a film fest that was held from Ariano, ASAP TVs, and I've got to meet along all different filmmakers, all different actors.
Through it all, he says his mother has been a constant source of support.
She always encouraged me, telling me to be the best that I can be. Even when I'm going through those battles, she also is one of the main persons I go through, because she's also stepped down that path as well.
And here's his advice to others facing similar struggles.
And God is always there. He will never leave you, so always talk to God as well. Sometimes you don't always have to pray, talk to him like you're actually having a one-on-one conversation, because that's what I did when I was in those battles alone.
So there you have it. It's a cathartic experience and a tale of triumph that Taquan is eager to share. He says once he arrives at 35 pages, he'll make his debut on Amazon before progressing to hard copies in local stores. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
That's all for news. Jay, tell us what's coming up in sports.
Julanda, coming up in sports, softball action heating up at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex Softball Park. Don't go away. Sports is next, right after this break.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Tired of the endless bank fees and long lines? The Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union is the solution to making your money work for you by providing you with free financial counseling, higher interest on savings plans, and lower interest rates on loans. Savings products such as Christmas and vacation clubs, fixed deposits, and annuity savings allow our members to prepare for today and tomorrow without all of the hassle. With GBCCU 352-4139.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Coctotermus formisalis, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. We have a whole lot of sports for you. Track and field, also women's basketball. But let's begin with softball. The Grand Bahama Amateur Softball League picking up its regular season play this weekend at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex Softball Park after the Independence holidays and the Friends for Life Ladies Fast Pitch Softball Invitational Tournament. Newly elected president Stefano Bevans is excited about the competition so far and looks forward to the second half of the season.
The season has been going good so far. We have most of our teams are financial. We've had a bit of 1 or 2 rain delays from the weekend from the weather, but we have now the schedule to 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And with fast pitch starting at the end of the month, you'll see Wednesday nights now. We'll have games through the week in terms of bringing fast pitch back on board to the island. So far, much hasn't changed with the top teams in terms of being Pats, Uniform Reds, Cooper's Destroyers, both men and co-ed division. Well, the men division, one of the next top teams is CLA Heavy Hitters. Most of the teams are coming along. We still have the immigration enforcers, the GBPA regulators. They are most of the teams that always battle for playoffs or in the final runnings for the championship.
Next in sports, Grand Bahamian Olympian Donald Thomas competed this weekend in Germany in the men's high jump at the Marktplatz Heilbronn meet. Thomas finished in the top 3 with a third-place overall jump with the best leap of 2.27 meters. The 40-year-old former world champion and Commonwealth Games champion is ranked 16th in the world according to the World Athletics Rankings and is expected to be officially named to his 5th Olympic team. And finally in sports, Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty improved to a league's best 20-4 after taking down the Chicago Sky 81-67 on the weekend. Jones had a pretty good overall game, scoring 14 points, dished out 7 assists, and collected 9 rebounds in the win with 3 blocks in 34 minutes for the former MVP. The Liberty will look to extend their 3-game winning streak on Tuesday when they face her old team, the Connecticut Sun. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
And now to a check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
It's now time for your Health is Wealth Monday tip, sponsored by Lucayan Family Care and Concierge Limited.
I'm Dr. Tamara Moss. As parents, we all want to ensure we're doing what's best for our children. Here are 5 tips for keeping your kids happy and healthy. Ensure your kids eat a balanced diet by giving them a variety of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. Limit sugary snacks and drinks, and encourage healthy habits from a young age. Ensure that they get regular physical activity. Encourage at least 60 minutes of physical activity each day. Activities can include playing outside, riding bikes, participating in sports, or dancing. Make sure that they're getting enough sleep according to their age group. Establish a consistent bedtime routine and create a sleep-friendly environment by limiting screen time before bed. By following these tips, you can set the foundation for a lifetime of healthy habits. I'm Dr. Tamara Moss, and remember, your kids' health is their wealth.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does
it
better.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucayan. Grand Bahama's premium sports bar, hangout, and entertainment hub. Available for special events. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Now open 7 days a week, Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to midnight. Special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also Karaoke Friday and Friday and Saturday happy hour. Drinks and food special at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, located at Grand Luke Hyatt.
Call us today to book your parties, weddings, and special events.
At Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Bellevue Business Depot, your ultimate destination for all your office and lifestyle needs. From top quality furniture to essential office supplies, copy paper, ink, and school essentials, we've got you covered. Visit our cafe for delicious coffee, Bahamian patties, hot dogs, nachos, and more. Our business center offers copies, emails, scans, prints, business cards, and even assistance with event programs and drawings. Trust our reliable Western Union service for sending money worldwide. Don't forget the balloons for that extra touch of magic for your celebration. Check out our range of printers and electronics for all your tech needs. Visit Bellevue Business Depot today, your one-stop shop for all your needs and more. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bellevue Business Depot, where convenience meets quality.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Our Facebook friend of the night is Pastor Rudy Roberts. Happy belated birthday to you. Hope that you enjoyed. That concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team in the North, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
In the Bahamas Tonight, the much-anticipated compendium of marijuana legislation brought to Parliament by the Davis administration, now up for debate. And the Bahamas welcomes its first digital meter at the Water and Sewage Corporation. The details straight ahead. Plus, come take a splash with us here at Atlantis' Aquaventure. And the Minister of Sports encourages Team Bahamas to go for gold. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
Live from the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island, this is the Bahamas Tonight.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mukesh Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, the path cleared for a centuries-old herb to cure debilitating illnesses as legislators open debate on a bill aimed at legalizing the treatment, prescription, and establishment of a regulated multi-billion-dollar cannabis industry. Cleopatra Murphy has all the details.
Intended to create a framework regulating the cultivation of cannabis as an agricultural crop, legalize medical cannabis, decriminalize small amounts of under 30 grams, and allow Rastafarians to use marijuana as a sacrament, began in the House of Assembly Monday with Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville.
We on this side believe we have produced a compendium of legislation that would not only help Bahamians get access to medical therapies they truly deserve, but assist the government in establishing a well-regulated, lucrative cannabis industry here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
The compendium includes the Dangerous Drugs Amendment Bill, Health Professionals Amendment Bill, the Hospitals and Healthcare Facilities Amendment Regulations, and the Pharmacy Amendment Bill. The long-awaited debate comes after Minister Darville says officials reviewed legislation of countries in the region, as well as Canada and the United States, adding that numerous studies have shown the efficacy of treating chronic pain and other ailments. He reasons many Bahamians who already use cannabis-based treatments are placed in a precarious position, using illegal means to access needed medications.
The medical cannabis bills aim to address the pressing issue by providing a regulatory pathway to obtain for use cannabis for medical treatments. It ensures that patients have access to safe, controlled, and effective cannabis products produced locally, prescribed by local and licensed medical practitioners, dispensed by local licensed pharmacists and other trained professionals with special cannabis training.
The legislation removes cannabis from the Dangerous Drug Act and names it as a controlled substance, creates a space for CBD production, a hemp industry, and equitable access to cannabis products to support and improve healthcare outcomes, while the Pharmacy Amendment Bill 2023 will establish protocols for the dispensation of medical cannabis, creating a new pharmacy category, the cannabis dispensary.
Medical cannabis is not intended for children, teenagers, and pregnant women. We have taken great care to consider the potential risks and impacts of these vulnerable populations and the health risks associated with its use in these groups. We know that there will be special exceptions, however stringently monitored by the Ministry of Health and Wellness and our Chief Medical Office.
Darville says as officials move forward with the legislation, they are committed to the continued monitoring and evaluation, also cognizant of the role law enforcement plays in enforcement and implementation. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, a long time coming is how Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, today summed up plans to legalize cannabis for medical purposes and, among other things, to criminalize small amounts. He reminisced that the Marijuana Commission determined years ago there was strong support to decriminalization small amounts, and his administration is taking action after setting out to create a fair, balanced legislative and registry mechanism using the Commission's advice.
Our goal was to ensure that we develop the most fair, balanced, and effective legislative and regulatory mechanisms which will allow us to reap economic and health benefits while promoting law and order and keeping our people safe through the introduction of stringent standards.
The Prime Minister further agrees people suffering medical ailments have long anticipated the legislation, as have those with marred police records.
For the many men and women living with criminal records for carrying small amounts of cannabis, and the many others who will be spared criminal records as a result of decriminalization. As a society, We realized that the old approach taken against cannabis in the war on drugs in the 1980s and 90s does not necessarily reflect our current reality. Too many lives have been lost because of a joint. Too many lives have been handicapped and potentials lost. And when I say this, I say it from my own personal experience, having practiced in the criminal courts of this land. The many potentials of young men and women that has been crushed and handicapped because of one joint.
Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister, the Honourable Jomo Campbell, meantime stressing that while the cannabis bill decriminalizes the possession of small amounts of cannabis, it does not create a free-for-all. The minister adding that criminal records will be also expunged for people convicted of 30 grams or less of cannabis under the Dangerous Drugs Act.
It does not wholly legalize the possession, transport, import, or distribution by any person or entity not licensed by the authority within the parameters of this legislation. For the bill, in Section 55, subsection 2, no person is allowed to possess cannabis, and the total amount of which is determined to be the equivalent of more than 30 grams. A person who possesses cannabis in contravention to Section 55, subsection 1, is liable on conviction in the case of an individual 18 years or older to a fine not exceeding $2,500, and B, in the case of an organization, to a fine not exceeding $25,000.
Now, while accepting the benefits and clinical treatment medical cannabis can provide, St. Barnabas Member of Parliament Shannon Cartwright advocated the opposition's terms for greater Bahamian ownership within the potentially billion-dollar cannabis industry.
In Section 18, Mr. Deputy, this issue of foreign ownership, Mr. Deputy, we are quite concerned about the section that has Bahamian ownership at 30%. We believe that why not 100%? And if not 100%, surely the foreigner should have a minority interest, not the Bahamian people. You can get expertise and so forth, but why is it again that we would be putting the Bahamian people or Bahamian? Let's do it the other way.
The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report live from Atlantis continues after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Strike.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Finger licking good.
Bam! I got him! Cinema Classic!
Yeah. You see him? You see him? Oh, that's my dream man right there.
Listen, the only man I just dream about is Percy. Him and his pension plan just keep me smiling in my sleep. That's right. Percy get a pension plan where you could win up to $1,000 a week for a year.
Can you lie?
No, ma'am. Every time you deposit $20 on your verified Island Game account during July and August, you automatically enter to win one of 13 pensions. God, Percy is my dream man. Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
Did somebody say Percy?
Oh,
Percy on your account and ride the easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Back into school.
It's getting hot in Marco's, and we're bringing the heat straight to your doorstep. We're giving you a fiery food experience like never before. For a limited time only, try our new sizzling fiery flavors featuring Reaper cheese on our fiery pozzolis, pizzas, cheesy bread, and pizza bowls. Can you handle it? Taste the heat and order one now at marcospizzabahamas.com.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771. Life's twists, turns, and defining moments. RBC is a bed for all of you.
Wendy's and Coca-Cola is ready to give you a summer of fun with over $20,000 in cash and prizes. Upgrade your premium lunch combo to a medium or a large, or purchase a large salad with a Coke for a chance to win amazing prizes like a 50-inch TV and soundbar, a staycation at Comfort Suites, or a $3,000 Going Places travel voucher. Enter online at Wendy's Bahamas Facebook page for a chance to win. Win.
Well, you're looking at drone footage right now of Atlantis' Aquaventure facing its royal tower here on Paradise Island. And the Bahamas Tonight is coming to you live from Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. In other news tonight, the Water and Sewage Corporation stepping into the digital age as it embarks on installing the first round of smart residential meters. The devices are expected to play a significant role in identifying and reducing water leakage, ensuring billing is monitored more efficiently, eventually paving the way for a shorter billing cycle. Corval Pyfrom has more.
A water and sewerage excavation crew breaking ground while also digging into a groundbreaking moment in the corporation's history.
And on this day, actually marking now the 48th anniversary, just one day beyond, of the Water and Sewage Corporation, we are embracing technology and transitioning now to what we refer to as a smart or digital ultrasonic meter.
The first residential digital water meter being installed at a home in Tropical Gardens Monday. Device is expected to greatly reduce water wastage, which officials say is at an alarming level.
This new technology is going to assist us in two ways. One, the meter actually transmits a signal, so there's no need for, in the initial instance anyway, for someone to actually enter into the property. We can pick that reading up remotely. Technology is currently being utilized by our sister utility, BPL. And so one of the big advantages is we will reduce our billing and reading schedule down to 30 days as opposed to 90 days in the first instance. And so that risk of the high consumption due to leakage is going to be reduced in the first instance, and we hopefully very near eliminated.
Water and Sewerage Corporation Strategic Coordination Manager Montgomery Miller confirms the corporation has purchased 5,000 residential meters for this initial phase. 10,000 more are being procured, with the ultimate goal being to acquire 65,000 of these residential units. This while also raising concern about the number of consumers still using private wells for their water supply. He warns of the potential danger.
Untested, untreated, and actually in the scope of our corporate business plan recently, we conducted 400 or so private well tests, and we discovered that water to be contaminated.
While the installations will come with noise and digging, Miller assures consumers won't have to worry about disruptions to their supplies during this exercise.
We were very thoughtful in the process of identifying the replacement unit, and you will find that both of the devices, the old analog or bubbler, as I said, device, and the new one are exactly the same size. So as we go through the process, it's going to be a very smooth change in and change out process. So there should be no disruption to our customers.
This program, set to a tune of $10 million, is being funded through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Meantime, after more than a year of intense negotiations, BTC and the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union today sealed a collective labor agreement. Director of People, K. Darren Turnquest, says the signing represents a major step for aligning staff benefits, enhancing performance management, reviewing the salary bands of senior associates, and improving allowances for employees. As for what the historic contract entails,
this historic agreement includes a 10% increase to the top of the scale for our senior associates. Let's give a round of applause to that. A lump sum payment in year one that was paid today. Let's give another round of applause to that. Salary-based increases of 3% in year 2, 4% in year 3, and 3% in year 4 for all staff within the salary bands.
Pleased with the agreement, President of the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union, Sherry Benjamin.
This is our third agreement with BTC in a 3-year period, so I think that is really commendable. And that speaks to the level of relationship that we have had, two of which have yielded almost $7,000, I think, in a 3-year period for staff, and that's just lump sum. That doesn't have anything to do with the salary increases and all of the other benefits, the increase in the other benefits that staff would have realized. And so I am really, really, truly grateful for the partnership with BTC.
Well, we can also tell you that tomorrow is election day for BCPOU members, that is. ZNS News caught up with incumbent President Sherry Benjamin, who says her record over the past 3 years speaks for itself.
I came in offering my service to the members of the BCPOU. They gave me an assignment. I understood that assignment, and I executed that to the best of my abilities. This here, we sit here, we're signing, this would be the 5th contract that under my leadership was signed for the BCPOU. And I think that in itself is very remarkable.
The Bahamas making a global impact on the local government scene. Chief Counselor for the City of Freeport, Frazette Gibson, now sits as the first Bahamian chairperson for the Women in Local Government for the Commonwealth. Gibson telling our news team she's honored to hold such a prestigious position and was welcomed by her colleagues at the South Asia Regional Conference in Sri Lanka.
I just recently returned from Sri Lanka, where I would have spoken to the Prime Minister and a delegation as it relates to what is experienced there by women and how a percentage ought to be allocated for women to take part in local government and central government. And so that's something that they're looking into in Parliament in Sri Lanka, and they are going to be hopefully passing that as law. In the Bahamas, I don't think it is as stringent, but we are underrepresented by women in local and central government, and wherever women is represented, you see progress. And so hopefully we can have more women taking part in local government and central government elections.
Now, Gibson believes local government could work here in the capital, but only if funding is subsidized by the government.
It can work depending on how it's placed, whether it's placed in regions, as opposed of having constituencies. I think that will be a lot for the government probably to handle at some point, because it's limited budget as it stands now with the various councils throughout the country. So Nassau, I think, will put up more of a strain. But if they can raise the funds themselves, then I can see it being introduced into New Providence.
We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, talks Team Bahamas. That's all ahead in sports.
Excited to learn about the new attractions and opportunities available in the islands of the Bahamas, stakeholders in the tourism sector came together for the International Travel Partners Conference. Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, Latia Duncombe, told us about the experience conference goers were able to enjoy as they discovered more about the destination.
I'm really excited about the event. It's the International Travel Partners Conference. And special thanks to the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board for putting on the event. And the Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation is also a partner and a stakeholder in the event as well. During this time, it gives us an opportunity to share and show the islands of the Bahamas what we have to offer, what's new. So we're meeting with the airline partners, travel trade, tour operators. Everyone in the tourism space has traveled to the islands of the Bahamas, site inspections, meetings, interviews, networking. We're showing everything about the destination. Earlier this year, we said, come see for yourself, and they are certainly here. And after Nassau Paradise Island, and after the wonderful days of the conferences and the destination updates, then we're going to show them the out islands. So familiarization trips will take place in Bimini, Exuma, Eleuthera, several of the islands. We're really happy about the event, and we're looking forward to what it brings as we highlight the destination. Nassau Paradise Island and the islands of the Bahamas.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I read you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera, and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right. Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, GAF has you for all stages of your life.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
The idea of taking swimming lessons to the Bahamian public was something that we thought was a great idea, and so we started Let's Swim Bahamas.
I've always been a learn to swim coach and a life-saving coach, and so this is now my turn to kind of really see learn to swim being developed.
Although we ran swift swimming for some 30 years and we offered Let's Swim lessons, we knew we were only touching a small percentage of the Bahamian public.
I enjoy the children and how happy and excited and joyful they are. I mean, some of them come from maybe hard homes. Maybe they're bullied at school. Who knows what they have? But when they come here, it's a very positive thing for them.
At the end of the day, more kids will be fulfilled, more kids will have a life-saving skill, and more kids will stay away from crime.
Crime-free.
Looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Welcome back once again. We're coming to you live from the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, and that's where you can find us all week. And I think throughout the week, Marcellus, we're going to take in some pool action, we're going to take in some nightlife, and we're not going to let the GM in on any of that.
None of that. I've heard some stuff about Western Oil, all kinds of stuff. I don't know what's going on. I'll leave that right where it is. But I've heard some of the interesting stuff we'll be doing while we're here.
Well, we could tell you we'll be soaking up all the fun while we're here this week. And we're giving you a chance to participate on that fun with a little trivia question tonight.
All right, and the trivia question for you, and it gives you a good chance to win something, is what year did Saul Kersner purchase the Atlantis property, and who did he purchase it from? And of course, the lucky winner will win or rather walk away with a weekend for two right here at the Atlantis Resort.
Well, marine life, certainly an important component of operations here at Atlantis. And to tell us more about that, we throw it to a report from our West Calyx Forbes.
Paradise Island isn't just a haven for vacationers seeking luxury, relaxation, and all the Bahamas has to offer. The popular resort has become a beacon of hope for the underwater world. Call it a sanctuary dedicated to preserving and protecting our marine life.
We actually have a breed and release program here at Atlantis where when our females lay eggs and those eggs hatch, we actually release most of those turtles as soon as into the wild. Yes, as soon as they hatch. And then, because they have about 100 or so per female, we keep about 60 to 80 of them every year for about 3 years, and then we release those. So turtles tend to have a very high mortality rate as hatchlings or as babies. So the bigger they are, the more chance they have of surviving.
Atlantis is home to one of the most successful mangrove nursery in the Bahamas. And as you know, mangroves are beneficial to our ecosystem and our marine life. Think of mangroves as a superhero of our waters. They act as a buffer against storms and hurricane, making our coastline more resilient.
Their roots actually hold sediment that actually will, filtrate any kind of pollution from going out into the ocean, so they function that way as well. Their roots also, as a complex system, will house or protect most marine life in their juvenile or, infant stage from being eaten or attacked by predators. So you'll find baby sharks, baby stingrays, baby turtles, baby sawfish, which are an endangered species, hiding out in the roots of our mangrove trees.
And then there's the Atlantis Fish Hospital. It caters to nursing injuries, illnesses, and treating animals in their reproductive stages. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix-Forbes.
Well, thanks, Wes. Tonight, we're also diving into the excitement that makes Atlantis Aquaventure a top destination for thrill seekers of all ages, from the adrenaline-pumping water slides to the tranquil river rides.
Indeed. So join us as we explore the splashes and smiles that define Aquaventure. Our Devonta Hanna, meanwhile, standing by in the Wonderland to tell us all about it.
Well, Coach Lou Marcellus, there's no doubt that we are in paradise today. And on a day when it was so hot like today, there's no better way to cool off than here at Aquaventure at Atlantis. And whether it be the blood-pumping 60-foot drop behind me, that is the leap of faith, or just chilling by the pool with a drink, whether it be an adult or a kiddie, Aquaventure certainly does the job. And our Diane Dorset has all of the details from when the team visited to show you exactly what you can expect and what you can get. Check it out.
Non-stop water and all-day fun. Best describe Atlantis Aquaventure, a 141-acre water park with a one-of-a-kind experience. Let's dive right in.
2 seconds.
Born ready, bro.
Any thoughts about it before you get in?
No thoughts, just motion, just action.
From the iconic Mayan temple to the ominous Power Tower, the mile-long Rapids River, or Poseidon's Play Zone and Kids Pool, there's something for everyone at Atlantis.
The favorite slides, I would say, are Leap of Faith, Serpent Slide, the Challenger, and Abyss Slide. The Challenger is actually one of my personal favorites. It's like a racing slide, so it has a timer that sets off once you go down the slide. And at the end of the ride, you get to see who beats who.
With all these thrilling rides, it's no wonder Aquaventure is the go-to spot to cool down this summer. And here's some good news.
So we have a summer special going on for our residents. It's $75 for adults, $45 for kids. That gives them access to Aquaventure's pools, slides, our mile-long river ride, as well as our beaches, aquariums, and lagoons. Our summer special that's going on from Thursday to Monday until August 20th, and Aquaventure is open from 10 to 7.
So whether you're looking to beat the heat or just have some fun, this lifeguard has just one tip for you.
Lift your board up and pray to God.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Well, the fun has just begun, as you can tell from our fun day at Aquaventure. But that's not all. Tomorrow and for the remainder of the week, we will be exploring this property and all it has to offer. And that's going in the rooms, going back at Aquaventure, maybe even taking a dive at Dolphin Cove or talking to some of the celebrities that have worked here over the years. We can tell you that you would want to tune in to get the full scope of what Atlantis has to offer. But from outside the Mayan temple, here at Aquaventure at Atlantis, I'm Devonta Hanna. I'm going to send it back to you in studio.
Well, thanks, Devonta, and I can assure you that in between all the fun, he is doing some work out there as always. At this juncture, we have joining with us on set the managing director, the president and managing director of Atlantis, Audrey Oswald. Ms. Oswald, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight.
Thank you, and welcome to Atlantis, and thank you for being here this week.
You're welcome. Ms. Oswald, the Bahamas last year, it exceeded expectations in terms of tourism figures. Atlantis also had a banner year. What are travel trends showing at this point? We're mid-year in 2024. What are things looking like?
Things are looking good. Q1, the first quarter of the year, was a robust quarter for us. We exceeded last year's numbers and performance, even though last year was also a record year. In the second quarter, it continues to hold steady, and we're having a robust summer. We're actually getting a lot of late summer bookings, and the rest of the year, the outlook is quite good.
That's wonderful news, and I think it goes without, we can presume that most of your visitors still are from the United States.
That's true, yes. We're starting to see more visitation from Canada now that the airlift has increased, but the majority of them are coming from the U.S.
That said, though, America is heading into its election come November. People get a little bit antsy around that time. Historically, it's shown that the elections may have some impact, reportedly have some impact on travel trends in terms of, people largely say that, they don't want to spend that money based on what's happening in the market. What do you see happening? Do you anticipate the U.S. election softening bookings?
I do a little bit. So far it's been a typical election year. We see people start to get distracted as you get into the summer and as you get closer to the election. And I think especially with the uncertainty around the election this year and some of the foolishness that's been going on around the election. So we expect as we get closer to the election that we'll see a little bit of softening in the market, but we prepare for it. It's typical. It's not any different than what we've seen in previous election years.
Now, I can tell you that in the run-up to preparing for tonight's show, we walked a bit throughout the property. We saw a lot of guests in the reception areas. We saw quite a few heads in the pool area. So we got a fair idea of your occupancy. You have the family-themed restaurants, you have the Marina Village, you have the water parks, you have everything that's ideal for a family-themed vacation. But there's an argument, or there could be the argument, that, hey, the Bahamas has two other spots, tourism spots that offer similar amenities. You have two other spots. What sets Atlantis apart from the rest, what you say? Why come here?
There's a couple things that set Atlantis apart. For one, it is our team members. Without a doubt, our team members stand out and excel in pleasing our customers. We've always been focused on creating lifetime memories and lifelong memories for our guests, and our team members never let our guests down. One of the things that we find here is that we have multi-generational guests. So many of them are traveling with 3 and sometimes even 4 generations, and I can't tell you how many guests have told me they got married here, they bring their children here, or they've come here with their grandparents and now they're bringing their grandchildren here. So it really makes a difference, and we always are looking for new opportunities and interactions and immersive experiences for our guests. Like this summer, we have the Barbie Boardwalk Adventure, which I'm sure you saw. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you'll have some downtime and you'll be able to go into the ball pit and enjoy it a little bit. But, we always have something exciting and different going on here, and that's what keeps our customers coming back for more. And it's never the same experience. Every year it's something different. We've expanded our interactions that guests can get involved in that are surround the environment and our conservation programs, and we're finding that more and more our guests really are enjoying participating in that.
You speak of new experiences. What can we expect from Atlantis in, at the very least, the short and medium term?
Well, we have an exciting New Year's plan. Party Like a Royal will be on. It'll be our 4th year in a row that we've done it. And a lot of great announcements, but that are a little bit premature right now, but we have a lot lined up for 2025. So keep your ears open. We'll be making some big announcements probably after the summer.
Well, as you just heard from the president and managing director of Atlantis, Audrey Oswald, there are a few things in the bag that they're going to wait later in the year to fill you in on the details. Thank you so much, Ms. Oswald, for joining us live on the Bahamas tonight, and of course, coming here from Atlantis.
Thank you.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service, we do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Celebrate Independence the BK way with our new Independence King Combo. Enjoy a flame grilled beef patty topped with savory bacon, arugula, crisp onion rings, and our special tropical sauce on a brioche bun. Served with fries and a drink for a flavor sensation fit to celebrate every year. Top off the Independence celebrations with our new guava sundae or frozen guava lemonade. Our Independence King Combo and treats are available for a limited time at Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
General Manager of the Water and Sewage Corporation, Robert Deal, says some $26 million will be pumped into water infrastructure upgrades to meet the growing demands on Eleuthera over the next few months. This after residents and business owners were without sufficient water supply for days on end last month. Deal says all plants and pumping stations are operational on the island, but there's a series of weak points being addressed to ensure a more robust and consistent water system.
That we have standby power, so in the event that we have a grid power failure, our generators will kick in to provide uninterrupted supply. But outside of that, there's an upcoming Eleuthera PPP project where they're going to be doing major road works in Eleuthera. And as part of that, there's a multi-million-dollar water component, so we're going to be either extending existing water mains or replacing water mains throughout Eleuthera in the coming months.
Deal says Eleuthera customers have been receiving water supply from the same water main for decades, but that's about to change as improvements are now being made to ensure every settlement gets its own water storage plant.
Works in the Bannerman Town and John Miller's area where they have some challenge from time to time. That includes connecting between the Roxanne coming south to some of the developments in the Cotton Bay area. We're also going to be connecting the end of the system in Tarpon Bay to Savannah Sound to ensure that our Roxanne Tarpon Bay system can have water flow into the Savannah Sound area where necessary.
It's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and for that we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean.
Good evening, Makisha. Beautiful evening here on the balcony of Coral Towers. And in background, we have some broken clouds just floating over the bridge suite. As we go to our satellite picture, as you can see, very little activities out there with a couple of insignificant tropical waves all advancing towards the west. Now, our boating forecast tonight, that is brought to you by Allied Business. where you're always protected from the worst storms. Now, for the northwest and central islands tonight, southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots. The wave height is 2 to 4 feet. You can anticipate your low tide at 10-16 tonight. In the southeastern parts of our country, easterly winds 15 to 20 knots. The wave height is 4 to 7 feet. So caution flags will be in place for the southeast Bahamas tonight. And then tomorrow in the northwest and central islands, those winds will become easterly at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights, they remain at 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. The low tide tomorrow, 10-17 in the morning, with the high tide in the afternoon taking place. In the southeast Bahamas, easterly winds still a little stronger at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining that caution flag. Now, as we head into the middle of the week, Wednesday, in the northwest and central islands, the winds swing around towards the southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Your low tide, that will take place at 10:58 in the morning, with a high tide at 5:34 in the afternoon. And for the southeast Bahamas on Wednesday, southeast winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. And once again, we ask the small boaters to exercise caution. Now it's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Come on. Gotta do it. Go back to the island, boy. Let's go. Wake up early one morning, kiss my mama.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Are you a business with 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go into any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email BahamasSales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
With specials as hot as the weather, shop and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 2 for $2.39. Libby's Vienna sausage, 4.6 ounce, $1.19. Best value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Iceberg lettuce, $2.49 each. Turkey wings, $1.99 per pound. Right on savings all summer long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Well,
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall here at the Atlantis basketball courts. In fact, we'll be here at Atlantis all week long, starting at the basketball courts, because we're fresh out of Spain, where the Bahamas just missed out on qualifying for the Olympic Games, which will be coming up later on this month in Paris, France. That being said, we're talking a little bit about those Olympics. The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture addressing what's ahead, in particular, Team Bahamas.
In the coming days, specifically tomorrow, the Bahamas Olympic Committee will officially announce this year's team, which will proudly represent our nations in aquatics and athletics. While I refrain from preempting the committee's announcement, I take this moment to express heartfelt gratitude to all of our athletes. We are investing in our athletes during the qualification period, and this investment is yielding significant benefits. The Bahamas government and my ministry are committed to providing the support needed for their success. And we recognize that their journey is intertwined with our national goals. Their struggles and triumphs reflect our collective experience. By collecting their success, we also address their challenges as a small but resilient nation that often exceed expectations.
Now, Minister Boleg already looking ahead to 2028 in Los Angeles.
We must set ambitious goals now. When the Games were last hosted in LA in 1984, the Bahamas competed in 4 disciplines. I firmly believe we are on the verge of expanding our presence. This government is committed to preparing athletes across 6 disciplines for the 2028 Games. I intend to collaborate closely with the BOC and the federations to strategize and achieve this goal. It is my goal to ensure our athletes have the support and resources needed to excel on the world stage.
Now, still with track and field, one of our young athletes all ready to compete at these games will be Ken Mullings, competing in the decathlon. Looking into what he has in store and all the expectations is our very own Amajal Knowles, who has the story.
He's no stranger to breaking records and making history, no doubt. But this summer, Ken Mullings is set to do something no Bahamian has done before him, and that's compete at the multi-event at Olympic Games. This as Mullings becoming the first Bahamian to qualify for the decathlon, as he currently sits at number 21 in the world rankings. Recently caught up with him to get his thoughts on this major feat.
It feels amazing because starting from where I started from as a high jumper, transitioning to the multi, I really didn't think it would have been possible. I dreamed of doing it, but sometimes you kind of doubt yourself. But as the years go on and I've seen the progress, I started to develop more hope. And like the program at the university was a stepping stone because it helped me to get to where I am, because training for the decathlon is expensive, and without them I wasn't going to be able to do the multi, so I can't never diss UB.
With the Games looming just around the corner, Mullings has some lofty goals set, but he's certain they can be accomplished. He gives us a look into his game plan heading into the meet.
Well, based on my notes and training, things are looking good in terms of numbers and how I've competed through this year. So I'm expecting to do better than I've done early in the year. It's just up to me to execute, because I could be looking like you see in Bulls in practice and then go out there and execute poorly. So the mindset is to stay focused, stay hydrated, and keep building on every day.
Now, of course, it will be business first, but being in one of the most visited cities in the world, Mullings says he will take in all it has to offer.
Yes, this is going to be a new environment. The new track that they put down, they say is extremely fast. And I just learned today that the opening ceremony is going to be on a river. I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of new things I'm looking forward to. And another thing I forgot to shout out my wife. This would not be possible without the sacrifices she made. Thank you, baby.
Now, as for the rest of the Olympic team, the Bahamas Olympic Committee set to announce the official roster tomorrow in a press conference at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium. For ZNS Total Sport, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture has been going along strongly with its annual youth summer camps. Swanton Gibson has more.
Ongoing at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex is the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture's free multi-sport camp. A team of instructors guide kids in learning the various techniques of basketball, baseball, volleyball, and tennis. Assistant Director of Sports Kerry Baker discussed the nature of the camp and the importance of kids joining.
The camp is an exciting camp. We have experienced staff here. We have a former or professional volleyball player. We have Coach Clark, very experienced in basketball. We also have fitness. We have staff that deals with fitness. So if you bring your kid to this camp, to the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture camp, you're going to have experienced staff to take care of your kids. And it's a free and comfortable environment. We are trying to get kids from a very young age to partake in sports. Sports not only can be financially achievable, but it's also where health-wise.
Camper Payton McKinsey spoke about what she learned on the tennis court.
I was enjoying it for 2 weeks, and some of the stuff we learned was the backhand and the front hand and the volley.
Registration remains open as the camp ends Friday, July 26. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Monday. Of course, our Monday weather forecast is just ahead. Stay with us.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at whether we continue to enjoy the beautiful atmosphere here at Atlantis, as the sun is about to set in a couple of minutes. Now, in the tropics, we have that Sahara dust, which continues to spread across the Atlantic, and that will continue to keep a lid on tropical cyclone development over the next several days. Our satellite picture is supporting that with very little activities out there, just a couple of insignificant tropical waves moving towards the west. Now, our forecasts are for tonight. We're looking at clouds increasing a bit on the warm side with a low temperature of 81 degrees, and tomorrow things will shape up like this. We're looking at more clouds than sun, a very warm day with a high temperature of 90 degrees. Now, your extended weather forecast, we're going to have some pretty nice weather for the next several days, but as we head into the weekend, we'll begin to see some increase in clouds, showers, and scattered thunderstorms developing, and that will be with us for the next several days. Makisha?
Well, thanks, Basil. Basil has predicted some cloudy weather, but we're going to make the most of it tomorrow. Today, we had a sneak peek at the famous Brit Suite. And
it was nice.
Marcellus, maybe if you, I, and perhaps 10 more people pull together, we could make it a
We may need 11. We may need 11 people. But I think we can make it work.
We'll make it work by any means.
We'll make it work, yes.
But earlier, we told you about our trivia question of the night. A reminder, what year did Saul Kersner purchase the Atlantis property, and who did he purchase it from? Well, the answer is 1994 from Merv Griffin. Tonight's winner is Tanya Sampson, who won a weekend getaway for two right here at the Atlantis Resort.
Ooh. sure she's taking full advantage of that.
Well, Marcellus, Basil, what are you up to tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, I have that program that I just started today, the Niccolo Small cadet program, so that will be in the morning hours. But thereafter, I will find my way here to Paradise Island.
Speech day tomorrow for us, Basil. Bring your trunks, Speedos, that'll work.
Leap of faith. We're going on a leap of faith.
And Marcellus is going to be in a scuba suit?
Well, once Marcellus...
Wait. When did that happen?
With baby oil? So we're going to have a 2-for-1, ladies, tomorrow. But that does it for the Bahamas Tonight, live from the Atlantis Resort. Thank you for continuing to make ZNES your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better. And from all of us here, thank you for watching, and good night.
Good night, guys.
You're watching